Can you guys hear me okay? Hi. Can you hear me okay? Hello. Y'all can hear me okay? Good. Is my air conditioner too loud? Unfortunately, I can't go turn that off because it's pretty, it's pretty warm. Quick, Alex is streaming, everyone start donating. No. Don't you do that. You stop that. You keep your money for yourself. Hi Alex, OMG, I love your Kirishima cosplay, it's so cute. Thank you, I appreciate that. I haven't been in Kirishima in a while, see? He's right there, right next to his boyfriend. And Kyoya. And Olwen / Soul from Soul Eater. And then Tamaki. And one of my OCs, Aster, who you will have seen if you follow me anywhere else, and Nagisa Hazuki is right there. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're not doing great right now. You can hear me just fine. Good. Hi. Hello. I drew you on Discord. Oh, did you? I'll have to go check that out after this. Real quick, are you getting enough sleep? It's a good question. Technically I'm getting the correct amount of hours of sleep, but it's not like good sleep, but I'm working on it. I love your Aspen cosplay, thank you. I'm glad you like my BB. Yeah, I'm missing things here. Hello, how are you? I'm pretty good, how are you? I love your green bean hair, thank you. I'm very happy with this. I just touched up, just re-dyed it just today, so I love this electric green. As soon as I saw Kirishima cosplay, I was like, so this is what being a simp is like. I like it. I drew you Emily and played on Discord. Oh, I did see that. I do think I saw that from your Minecraft Let's Play. Nice. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think I saw that. How many wigs do you have? Oh, God. I would say, honestly, probably close to 100 now. I keep collecting them, and I'm a sucker for nice wigs and for cosplay. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm missing them. What's your favorite cosplay to do? Of pre-existing characters, 707 or Kyoya, or Tintin. Those are my comfort cosplays. Honestly, Kirishima's getting up there too, and of my own cosplays, definitely Rusty and Xander. Hang on, sorry, I keep missing messages. When will we see Aspen and Olwen again? I'm not sure. You will see them again. I just don't know. I can't tell you when exactly. It's just kind of a matter of finding the time, and I have to come up with good story points before I just bring them back, because I can, getting into a cosplay is the easy part, but like filming in it is hard because you have to come up with a whole story and a plot and everything, and I have some ideas, but I'm kind of waiting to hear from Promise ASMR to see what their plans are, because it is their series originally. I just kind of asked to hop on and collab with them, and they said sure, so we're kind of, we're sharing it, but it was their idea originally, so I want them to do what they're gonna do with it first, so yeah. Anyway, scrolling back up. You should do a wig tour. I could do that, probably not anytime soon because I'm cleaning my room and moving things around a lot, but once I get that cleaned up and all that jazz, then probably. Didn't GB ASMR do one of those? I think that would be fun, yeah. I'm gonna get a Toga cosplay. Cool! Hi Alex, I don't know why, but I've missed you and watched your Minecraft videos. They're really funny. Well, thank you. I've missed being on here, and I'm glad that you enjoyed my Minecraft videos. Those are a lot of fun. For any anime boy ever created. You inspired me to cosplay. I love your characters and channel. Well, thank you so much. It reminds me of Deku. I think my hair's a little bright to be Deku, but my absolute favorite cosplayer. Oh, well, you're very sweet. Thank you. Where'd you get the Todoroki Midori and Bakugo poster? It's actually, it's all one art piece, but it was sold in individual things. I spent, I think, like $60 on this. I got this at, what was it? Did I get this at Yeah, I think I got this at KomoriCon last year. I forget the name of the artist now, forgive me, but yeah. Uh-oh, we're falling. Hang on. Sorry about that. Love your Kyoya and Levi cosplays. Yeah, I haven't been Levi in a minute. What have you been doing with work? I heard you've been tired lately. Well, one, I'm always tired. It's kind of my brand. But, work's been okay. It's a little nerve-wracking because I am, for anyone who doesn't know, I am back to work full-time now. And, I'm not an essential worker, but I need money. And, I hate senior day as much as I always have. Anyone who's followed me for a long time knows how much I hate senior day. And it's gotten worse because our system is down. So our credit card machines are not really, well, there's 2 registers that can still take credit cards out of 9 registers. And senior day is always just, the store turns into a zoo, and everyone just goes ham, getting stuff they don't need, and then bitching about, complaining about prices and all of that stuff. So, yeah, it's not great, but I'm making money, and I work in the jewelry department, so that's really where I stay, and I work on sorting and pricing and, putting out jewelry and stuff, so, but yeah, that does put me at a bit more of a risk for COVID because people come in all the time, and especially on senior day, and shop for literally things they do not need, which is kind of infuriating, but anyway, yeah. So, it's alright. It's pretty stressful, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? Anyway, let's see. Sorry, I keep putting my hand on the camera. Ashes is adorable. I love them. Yeah, I love them too. They're great. What time is it for you? It is almost 10 p.m. right now. Sorry, God, the phone keeps falling over. I love your hair. Thank you. From Uruguay, I love your channel. Thank you, and hello. You eating and drinking enough water? Not drinking enough water, but I am eating enough. Yeah, you should go on voice call and Discord and all hell break loose. Honestly, yeah. I mean, that voice call thing is there for everybody, so go for it. But green hair Jacksepticeye. Yeah. No, I feel that. That was the first thing I thought too when I was dyeing my hair this color. I'm not offended at all. I love Jack, so thank you. TikTok cosplay trend. I really do not know. I couldn't tell you for sure. Alex is the cutest person I've ever seen. He's a pure beauty. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I love your Rusty and Xander cosplays, but all your cosplays are great. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you like my babies. I think I've watched your vids like 30 times. Each? Jeez, thank you. Oh god, we keep falling. Fuck. Alright, well, really, I'd love to lend you my phone stand, but I don't think that's possible. That's great. I feel like I call you BB even though I know you're older than me. How do you come up with your OCs? And may I ask what your sexuality is? The label I feel best fits me is pansexual, but I know that there's some controversy in like the LGBT community about the difference between bi and pan, and I'm not really out here trying to discriminate against anyone or make anyone feel invalid, so I like people. That's what I'll say. I like people. Gender isn't really something that I look at. When I, happen to be attracted to someone, I can be attracted to anyone regardless of their gender or whatever. So whatever label you feel fits me for that, that's me. Whether that's bi, that's pan, that's whatever, I like people. Anyway, scrolling back up. How do you come up with your OCs? Right. Well, really, it's kind of just a matter of... I mean, I'm a writer, so it just kind of... I'll just be daydreaming and it'll just kind of pop into my head. It just kind of happens. Like the idea for a character or for a story or something like that. It'll just kind of appear, or sometimes in a dream or something like that. Sometimes I'll be inspired by another story somewhere else or something like that. With like my OCs for the Fae Runaways, I just kind of saw that a lot of the times it'll also stem from finding a cool costume and then just like being like, well, now I have to make a character that can wear this because I want this costume or this outfit or this wig or whatever. And that's kind of what happened with the Fae Runaways. Was Valerie was my first character for that. And I found this really nice black to like, not turquoise, but well, kind of turquoise, whatever, blue wig, and I really liked it, and I just kind of was looking for an excuse to get it and play with it and try stuff out with it, and then Valerie came to be, and then Emily made Keenan, and then I made Rusty and Ashes, and it just kind of spiraled from there. As far as Xander was inspired by Darkplier and Antisepticeye, and like blank gameplays, you know, like their Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Crank's evil like alter egos or whatever, and the Veil tag on TikTok. I just really wanted to make an evil version of myself kind of a thing, but Xander ended up becoming much more of a story-driven character than I initially anticipated. But I'm still happy for it. I'm still very happy about paranormal fixation becoming a thing, so yeah. Let's see, let's go back. Falling for you. You're a big reason I like ASMR. Well, thank you. Can't stop looking at what I think you should rock and go and curious you. Yep, that's them back there. Let's see. There he goes, but I'm watching my favorite ASMR cosplay live summit. Well, thank you. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I kind of want chicken nuggets with the normal go with them McDonald's. We'll have it delivered to you. I like people. No, I like rocks. Nice, very sleepy Yorkies. Oh, I love Yorkies. Hello. Alexis appearing. I'm gonna break the law purely to send him a care package when this all blows over. You're very sweet. You are gay? I mean, in the umbrella term, yeah. I say I'm gay a lot because I do find that even though I identify with the label pansexual, I do tend to... I'm more romantically inclined for guys, I've found, but again, it doesn't, like, gender does not stop me from being attracted to any singular person. So that initial attraction, or like being attracted to people, is still very accurate. It's just I found that it just so happens to be more often than not, I'm into guys, but I have been into girls, and I have been into non-binary people, and gender-fluid people, and all of that, so yeah, I like people. But yes, I say I'm gay a lot, because that's primarily who I've been with in the past, and who I end up pursuing. Anyway, I told my nephew it was non-binary, because I hate being misgendered, and he said that it was bad, and I've sinned. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. It's not a sin, you're not bad. Live your life. You know what, your identity is more than anyone, and be yourself. Ignorant people will stay ignorant, and you don't need them in your life. Listen to horror stories the whole day. Cool. I used to do that. Well, I do still do that occasionally, just finding time. But I love like Mr. Creepypasta. Hell yeah. Question, why is Owen cute even though he scares me? That was kind of the idea. How are you? Please answer. I'm good. How are you? Do you ship Olwen x Aspen? Because Aspen's my favorite seed for you. Well, thank you. I do... kind of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do ship Aspen and Olin. We'll have to see where the story goes and see who ends up with who and what happens there. Couldn't tell you for sure just yet. But it would be a cute pairing. Nice ice water in the back, thanks. I like people too, but I can't date them because of social anxiety. I feel that. I'm inspired by your Aspen, Olin, and Xander cosplay. Do you think it can make some OCs based off of them? And I may make stuff about OCs. I wouldn't mind if you made some that were inspired by my OCs, but make sure that they're unique enough to you to where it's not just like a duplicate of my characters, or like copying their physical attributes and designs and personalities. Again, there's a big difference between being inspired by and directly copying. Yeah, so as long as it's unique enough to you, that's fine, but please don't just directly copy any of my characters. You've met Mr. Creepypasta? Oh, cool. I know one ex asked me if I smell. Watch your videos. I'm having a bad day. Aw, well, I'm glad I can help. That is a really tiny microphone. Yeah, it's called a lav. Like the singer, LAUV. You're really supposed to clip it on here, but I wanted to hold it out here just so I could guarantee quality and clarity. And remember Olwen having a boyfriend, right? Yep. And but he was killed by a bear. Yes. Well, actually, oh god, now I'm forgetting my own story. I think what it was, Olwen was killed by the bear. His boyfriend is still alive. But he can't go back to his boyfriend, obviously, because Olin is dead, and the boyfriend, I believe that's the story I came up with for them. I'll have to go back and rewatch that video to make sure I got it right. Comfort cosplay for you out of all my OCs? It's probably a tie between Rusty and Xander, honestly. That's, yeah, my two favorites have probably, they're the ones I'm most comfortable in, ones I feel most confident and most masculine in. Go to sleep. It's the whole point of doing ASMR, is to get y'all to sleep. Go to sleep. Go sleep. Like listening to your Aspen videos, they help me sleep. Aspen is my favorite to see, of course. Aw, well, thank you. But yeah, I also kind of just wanted to do a stream because I'm feeling really generally unmotivated lately, and it's probably just like the state of the world and being back at work full time and all that jazz, but I just didn't feel like filming today, you know. I just kind of wanted to be here and exist and, I don't know, talk to all of you and actually get like immediate responses versus waiting for the comments to come in. So hopefully this is still relaxing. I realize that whenever I'm live streaming, I do tend to start speaking normally versus actually whispering or whatever, so I apologize for that. But like I said, I hope you are enjoying this so far, and I'm glad to get to talk to y'all. Anyway, how did you get your hair so bright? I bleached it, and I used Manic Panic Electric Lizard Amplified. So that's all there was to it. I used a 40 volume developer, and yeah, that's it. Actually, I like it when you stream. Oh, well, thank you. You like to talk to me on Discord, whether it's Xander or not. Well, Xander enjoys talking to all of you too, though he would never admit it. You can hurt your hair a lot if you use it too much. Oh, honey, I'm way past that point. But so far my hair it's been pretty good. It's, I've bleached my hair a lot. I've colored my hair a lot. Y'all know this, so been there. Your ASMR videos help me sleep. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you for watching them. I'm glad you like them. I'm glad they can help. Any advice for coming out to people about gender identity? I actually just filmed a main channel video on like coming out and coming out tips, but come out to yourself first. That's also something I learned from Miles McKenna on YouTube. Come out to yourself fully first. Make sure you know who you are and you're comfortable with that and you're confident and that you accept who you are above all else. Also make sure you are in a safe space when you come out. If you're unsure of how the person you're coming out to will react, maybe find a way to bring up LGBT related issues subtly so that they don't think too much of you or think that it's just you bringing it up out of the blue and then immediately starting to question things about you specifically. If they react well to the LGBT issues, then you know that they'll be more receptive to you coming out. And if they don't respond well, you know that it's really not safe enough to come out there. So unfortunately, if you're living with someone, if your living situation is not the best for coming out, you might have to wait, or at least not come out to the people you were living with until you can get out of that situation. I'm very lucky that my parents are accepting and they're working on understanding. And I recognize that not everyone is in an equal or as a place that's as accepting as I am. So I've just been squeezing this down here. This is supposed to be part of the stream too. Thank you for the advice. Of course, anytime. You still owe us the story of how you came out. This is true, and I also did film a story time on that as part of my I filmed my entire coming out video thing like last week, and I still have to edit it down because it ended up being like an hour of footage because I talk so much. So I have yet to edit and upload that, but yeah. I love squishies. I'm gonna clip this onto my... There. Can y'all still hear me okay? Is that good? Squishies. I'm such a sucker for squishies. Y'all don't understand. I love them so much. Yes, we can. Okay, good. Good. I love squishies so much. I have like... I have a huge, just like, bin of them down there, but I grabbed like 4 of them for right now. Do you have any reasons to cosplay? My mom thinks it's weird. It's fun. You can make tons of friends through cosplay. You get to just be yourself and express yourself through the characters that you love and you care about. And if other people think that it's weird, then that's their problem and not yours. And no one's forcing them to cosplay. You're doing it for you and because you enjoy it, and you're not hurting anybody by doing it. So do it and have fun. Can you do impressions? No. I cannot do impressions. I can do some accents, some better than others, some incredibly poorly. But impressions, no. I cannot. I have a Hiroshima cosplay because of you. Aw, cool. God, I love these so much, especially when they're slow rising, because it just like squeeze the hell out of it and then. I love this so much. God, this one's probably my favorite squishy that I have. It's so simple. It's just like a little dumpling, and it's just, you know, solid white. Oh, it's so squishy. This one's so good. Favorite My Hero Academia cosplay? Probably Kirishima or Todoroki, because I feel like they're the easiest for me. Like, I relate to them the most. I have a love-hate relationship with my Bakugo. I know I've said that before, but how many do you have? How many squishies do I have? Probably, well, if we're counting all of the individual, but like I have some tiny ones and I have some big ones like this. I don't know, 30 maybe? I love squishies. God, this one's so nice. I really didn't expect it to like this one this much, but fidget cube? I wish I had a fidget cube. Actually, I do have one, but I don't know where it went. It disappeared a while ago. I've been meaning to get myself another one. What's your favorite creepypasta? Oh boy, it's a good question. It's been a while since I've listened to creepypasta, so I couldn't tell you for sure one specific story. Sorry, that's a horrible answer, but I genuinely can't remember at the moment. Maybe I'll put together a playlist of all the creepypastas I really like. Dare you to talk as Xander for the next 10 questions you answer? Yeah, I don't know that I can muster up that. Doing an Irish accent while whispering is hard as fuck. Like, that's why, part of the reason why it's taken me so long to get back into Xander for video, and also because I've been working on a secret project for ASMR, where you'll meet another member of the Paranormal Fixation Squad in the next Xander video I do. And it's taking longer than I anticipated. So that's why you haven't seen Xander in a few months, because I'm working on a project, but yes. Yes, you will meet another member of Paranormal Fixation. It also smells like coconut, which is weird because it's a dumpling, but can you really say one line as Xander? I don't know what to say as Xander. Let me think. I can't think of a solid sentence to say as Xander right now. What is your favorite video you've ever done? Are we talking just ASMR channel or both this and my main channel? Excuse me, for ASMR channel it would probably be... Oh god, that's a good question. Probably my Todoroki videos. That 2-part college AU thing. Those are probably my favorite. I count those as one because I filmed them both back to back. I just ended up having to split them up for upload purposes, but it was all initially one thing, but it was way too long to upload initially. Okay, can you do more try not to laughs? I am planning on doing more of those. I'm compiling a list of more videos to react to currently. So yeah. Do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I have not, no. What is this thing with claps hands? What's happening here? What you doing? God, I love this one so much. The thing is, like, I'm not an angry person. I'm not a violent person. I would say that I do get fairly easily annoyed and, like, tired. But this is just kind of like a good stress reliever. I don't even know if this is fun to watch at all. I'll just be squishing the hell out of this, but sending warm hugs to you. Hugs. One clap equals one squishy for Alex. Didn't anyone tell you it's rude to stare, darling? Oh, that line again. Everyone seems really caught up on that line. Is it because he called you all darling? Is that it? Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare, darling? There, is that what you wanted? I know I'm incredibly good looking, but you could take your eyes off me for a minute. I hate it. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm sorry. Entertained by anything. I also hate that my voice is so high. Like, it's the worst thing. My life is happy now. Yeah, everyone seems to really like that line. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare, darling? Sure, I find it quite sexy. Well, thank you. Continuously stares at Sandra Cosplay on TikTok. It's not, it sounds really masculine, my dude. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know why, whenever I get into an accent, I feel like it gets a bit higher, and then it makes me feel a bit more dysphoric, so it's kind of hard for me to want to do accents all the time, but I learn accents like I learn how to play music or how to sing. I play a little music by ear, or I learn accents the same way. I learn them by listening to other people with the same accent speaking. So from watching a lot of Jacksepticeye or Dahi Denogla or Terrorizer, especially their videos where they're all together. But yeah, I watch their like Minecraft and golf with your friends videos over and over again just to practice my accent, so I've memorized a lot of quotes from that as well. Let me see if I can think of any lines from that. If your beautiful singing voice, thank you. I don't know why I'm keeping up the accent now. I guess it's just because once I get into it, it's hard to drop it. That's, you know, when I pick up on the little things when they're speaking, like with the word hard is more how they say it. But oh, there you are, Nogla. How's it going? Go away. Dahi has like the most Irish voice, but you're just seeing her back up. Go away. I'm trying to meet up with the gang. It's not my problem, is it? the Irish accent. It's so much fun to do. It's really hard. I also noticed that with words like the, they say like t, like the th sound often gets reduced to just a t sound. So there's some accent tips from someone who's not a professional. Where is this adventure happening? Yeah, I've just started like memorizing lines that put the most focus on the Irish accent from those videos. And I just repeat those over and over again when I'm trying to get into the accent and stuff. I'm trying to think of what other lines there are from those videos. It looks like you're making a pizza. Kinda does, huh? I have a fake southern accent that my friend loves. I can do a pretty decent southern accent, but I don't use it a lot because I don't really have any characters that I need it for. So, yeah, there's no real need for me to use this one, but I can do it. Top of the morning to you, laddies. Here, I've moved on to another squishy. This is a little dog squish. I'm also really particular about the British accent. I find that this one is a lot of fun to do. This one I learned from watching a fair amount of Harry Potter as a child. It's a really soothing accent. I really like listening to it, but I do have a preference for the Irish accent. I do think that this one's a lot more fun, but the Irish accent is also a lot harder to do, and it's harder to differentiate between the Irish and the Scottish accent. But yeah, but I do think that the British accent is very elegant. At least the ones that I've heard. See, I keep switching back and forth between British and Irish now. I like the little baby. The little baby. Sit on your shoulder. Oh no! Hi, Xander Wolfie. Oh, fuck off, would you? I don't love anyone or anything. Leave me the fuck alone. Boop it. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Your accents are awesome. Well, thank you. I don't think that they're great, but I appreciate that. I'm gay. Same. Next squishy. Panda. Some of you want me to sing. Sing what? Senorita. I love it when you call me Senorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, you're baby. Governed by loneliness and fueled by rejection, living in perfect mess, like it's alright. Organized chaos, treated like freedom. Do you still believe when you close your eyes? We've been running circles so long. Answers bring more questions, and rights turn to wrongs. Well, if a smile is a smile, and a tear still a tear, you show me our differences, I'll show you all we share. You have a bread squishy? Oh, that's awesome. I've been meaning to get one of those. You have a good voice. Thank you. Good voice. Thank you. I love food squishies. There's a one time your stream got shut down because you were singing Lord of the Rings. Yes, I do remember that. I'm still mad about it. I love this. I love these two because they're super squishy, and they like do take a while to reinflate. I like these two, but they do rise, I feel like, a lot faster, and they're not as mushy. I like the ones that I can really mush. OMG, hey, I never get to see your live streams. Hi! Welcome. I'm just playing with squishies and talking. Have you tried slime squishies? I've tried slime and I've tried squishies, but I've never tried slime squishies. Can you do a video where all you do is sing quietly? I have done a video where I sing as Kirishima, and I've also done a video where I hum as Ashes, so those exist. I can see about doing a video where I'm just singing quietly. Maybe. Maybe, baby. God, I love this so much. Is the fly still in your bathroom? No. It did. I killed it. No. It probably either died or flew away a long, long time ago. I'm a new follower. I've watched lots of your ASMR videos many times over. Well, thank you. Your singing, it helps me relax. Aw. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I'm glad that it can help. Rip fly from whatever year to 2020. True. peppers. You were right. Southern Kirishima. That's an interesting request. I doubt it, but interesting thought. Hello, handsome. Thank you. Hi. I do have work in the morning, so I'm probably gonna cut it off here fairly soon, but forward marching, here we go. Members of the agency, Bakugo. New Yorkers are back to listen to your ASMR again. Aww, yay! God, if you have dogs, please film them watching my videos and send it to me. I'll actually cry. What time is it for you? It is 10:36. Ashes gives me heavy mom vibes. You right. Ashes is definitely the mom friend. Ashes has big mom energy. Go to bed, Bean. It's only like 10:37. I'm fine. I won't fall asleep until like midnight anyway. That's just how my brain works. Don't know why, but I want to hug Xander so bad. He'd probably break your arms, but I appreciate the sentiment. My doggy is watching with me. Aww. Yes, oh my god, please send me videos. Oh my god, should I make a compilation video of that? That would be so great on my main channel of just like people's pets watching my videos. I would love that so much. Please, if your animals are patient enough to sit and watch a video, please film your animals. Any pets, dogs, cats, whatever. If they'll sit and like look like they're watching my videos, please film that and send it to me. You can send it on my Discord or like literally anywhere. DM them to me. I don't care, but I would love that so much. We'll do anything to hug Xander. Xander would be like, alright, give me all of your soul shards and then maybe you can hug me. Holds my cat up like the Lion King. Your cat's just, what the fuck is going on? Is there a chance I can give him my soul so I can hug him? Maybe. Looks like I'm really gonna have to sell my soul to the devil to get a hug. Yeah, if you want to hug Xander, you're damn right. I'm wondering if I can get one of my chickens to watch your videos. Yes, please. Oh my god, if your chicken watches my videos, I would cry. I would die laughing. That would be so great. Oh yeah, did I show this one off at all? It's a s'more. It's a squishy s'more. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Isn't it cute though? that great? Long live Squishy S'more. That looks really funny, wait. Bloop. A bloop. Fun fact for anyone who likes paranormal fixation, the universe that Xander is a part of, Elena, the fallen angel in the group, her favorite treat is s'mores. So, if you would like to know the way to Elena's heart, feel free to, in our Discord paranormal fixation chat, bring up s'mores, because she'll go gaga for it. So yes, Elena the fallen angel loves s'mores. I want to eat the s'more now. Elena snaps Xander's neck after. Yeah. My rabbit and I are watching this right now. Oh my god. Please send me the video of your rabbit watching my videos. I'll cry. Gets all the s'more stuff in the fictional store. Alex out here sharing characters' weaknesses. Yes, Elena's weakness is s'mores. We're all making s'mores for Elena. Bet. Do it. I know, it kind of does look tasty. This is me. I have Oreos downstairs, so. Do siblings count as animals? Sure. Xander has no weaknesses. Or at least that's what he tells me to say. Favorite kind of s'more? I don't know. I think just basic s'mores. Frostbite's favorite food? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe Xander knows. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll have to ask her or Xander. What if Xander's weakness was hugs? Frosty isn't his weakness, she's his strength. Xander's weakness is alcohol. Far from it, but good thought. water. Y'all are ridiculous. His weakness is not water, but that's really funny. Oh my god. Xander. Honestly, that's the thing about Xander, is he really has no weaknesses. He doesn't have anything that's like a specific weakness. It's just a matter of strength and skill at fighting. He really, that's the thing with Xander, is he has no weaknesses. Like, you can't throw something at him and it'll, like, you know, I'm melting. He's not like, water is not a weakness. It's, he really, that's the whole point of Xander, is that he has never died. That's the thing that I think people forget, is that Xander has never died. He's a demon, but he's never died. His weakness is people stronger than him. Well, I mean, that can be said about anybody, that your weakness is anyone stronger than you. Like, there's always going to be someone who's better at something than you are. And while Xander is fantastic at many things, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but yeah, Xander, that's really the whole point of Xander, is that he has no weaknesses because he's already been through so much. And nothing can really hurt him now. Or nothing can hurt him the way he's already been hurt. No, I'm not saying he's invincible. He's still... Okay, so... The thing with Xander, for anyone who hasn't, like, kept up on the plot, the story... I'm gonna have to put this down because it's distracting me. But the thing with Xander is... he is an alternate universe version of me, where everything bad that has ever, or like anything, you know, anything bad that could have happened or did happen to me in my life happened to him, but like 1,000 times worse. And like anything bad that could happen to a human basically happened to him. So, you know, his family, you know, did love him, all of that stuff. And he was basically alone in this alternate world. And he, as, you know, a means of escaping from that, he was filled with so much rage at all of the people who have hurt him, or, you know, just this feeling of being alone, that he decided, found a way. I don't know, like, the specifics of that are up in the air, but the short version is he made a deal with the demon. And in this story universe, if you make a deal with a demon for portions of your soul, called soul shards, it makes them stronger, gives them more of an ability to exist in the human world. It makes them stronger. It helps them cross over from where demons are and where the humans are. It benefits them significantly. And humans can only live so long without a soul. So he made a deal that, you know, he had nothing left to lose, so he gave away his entire soul to a demon, and in exchange for demonic powers. So that's an important distinction. I do call him a demon because he has all of the powers and like qualities of a demon, but he has never died and gone to hell and turned into a demon. So he is not a what you would call a stereotypical demon, but yeah, that's basically what it is. I find with people calling him a demon because that's essentially what he is, like in theory, for lack of a better word right now. But anyway, yeah, that's what he did. Is he gave away his entire soul in exchange for demonic powers to wreak havoc basically on everyone who ever wronged him or severely hurt him, or you know, anyone who never cared about him or loved him. And I mean, we're talking about, like, there was no one in his entire world that he could turn to. Like, we're talking totally unrealistic, because in the real world, in reality, there's always someone you can go talk to. But in this fictional, made-up world, there was no one. There was nobody that Xander could turn to. No one cared. No one loved him. No one showed him affection. He never, you know, never smiled, anything like that. And I intentionally leave his backstory very vague because I feel like that's more powerful, where instead of saying, like, this is exactly what happened to him and how and when and all of these things, it's more, I feel like it's more powerful to just say everything bad that could happen to a person happened to him, and just leave it at that, and let the people who are curious about him or who are wondering what could have happened to him come up with their own worst scenario, the worst thing that they could think of, and say that that's what happened to him, rather than, me give specifics of what happened. I just feel like it's more impactful that way for people to come up with their own mental, like, what if this happened to him, or what if that happened to him, or like, this is the worst thing I could think of that could ever happen to me, so does that mean this happened to him? The answer is yes. So the worst thing you can think of, you know, all of the horrible things, is what's happened to him. And I just kind of leave it at that. That's intentionally vague. That's on purpose. And I don't think I will ever go into specifics about exactly what happened, purely because I do think leaving it vague is much more powerful. Is Xander also trans? No, Xander is cis. Xander is a cis man. Couldn't tell you why. That's just how I've envisioned him in my mind. But yeah, Xander's a cis guy. He's still pansexual though. So he's also much taller than me. He's basically a mixture of all of my, like, negative emotions plus everything I've ever kind of wanted for myself. Like, if I had all of the physical traits that I wish I had, but he was the most miserable person alive, versus me, who has led a pretty decent life. Of course, it's had its ups and downs, and I don't have that physical, like, appearance that I would really like right now. But yeah, so he's kind of like everything negative plus the physical attributes and some personality traits that I wish I had. You know, that combined with all of the negative things that I've ever, you know, experienced in my life, but magnified times like 1,000. So yeah, that's really what the deal is with him there. And that's why I say that he really has no weaknesses, is because he's been through it all. You know, he's seen everything, you know, he's experienced everything. And he's all kinds of messed up because of it. And the whole thing, though, was that while he was always being hurt and berated and all of these things, he was always trying to be a people pleaser. And he just finally reached a point where he snapped, and that's when he gave his soul away. And he knew that he would die as a result of giving his soul away, knew that he would go to hell, but he did it because he figured going to hell would be so much better than the world that he was in. now. Hell was better than where he was alive. So he was totally okay with that. And yeah, so he wreaked havoc on everyone that was going to hurt him, or had hurt him rather. And then as he grew weaker and weaker, he finally fell asleep. And then in his dream, he was walking down this dark hallway filled with doors, and one of them was partially open. And out of pure curiosity, he just kind of nudged it open and looked and walked through. And it was kind of like his world, but brighter, and just a nice place. And he was totally floored by that. He was very confused. But it still had that, like, you know, the foggy, like, dream state kind of thing. And he could feel himself kind of getting, you know, weaker and weaker and all of that. And he knew that he was going to be dead soon, so he figured, what could I possibly have to lose? And he just kind of started walking around this dreamscape. And all of a sudden, he sees someone who looks an awful lot like him, but a little different, you know, a little shorter, a few different attributes, and this version of him seemed happy, and that was bizarre to him because he hardly had any understanding of what, like, happiness was, and to see a version of himself happy was intriguing enough to, like, pursue it further, and get to know this version of him from another world, it seemed like, anyway. And he went up and they kind of interacted a bit, and he could slowly feel himself, you know, getting very, very weak, over, like, just getting very, very tired and feeling, you know, he was gonna be dead soon. And he explained, he learned this other person who looked exactly like him, this other version of him, whose name was Alex. Have I made that clear enough that it was me that he met in the dream from this reality? He met me. And me being the sweet, precious being that I am, apparently. After he kind of gave me the rundown of everything that was going on, I'm going to just start saying me now because it's weird to talk about myself in the third person. But, he told me the whole story, and I offered him half of my soul to keep him alive long enough to show him that he did deserve a good life, and to bring him back with me to my world and show him the life that he should have had. So that's what I did, is I gave him, and what happened in that one moment was, as I could see that he was starting to fade away, I just told him, look, I will give you half my soul right now if you come with me, and I will give you the life that you deserved and the life that you should have gotten, because this is totally unfair. You should have never experienced that. And at the last possible second, he feared death. I guess that's important to say. That is Xander, and I'm not just saying this to have, like, an overpowered character or anything, but he literally fears nothing except death. Now he fears death. He has no fear of anything else because, again, like I said, he's experienced it all. And his weakness is death. That's not really... Death isn't really a weakness because that applies to everybody and it's kind of inevitable, so I wouldn't even say that that's a weakness. But that is the only thing Xander fears, like, actually viscerally fears, is death. And he fears that now because, well, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, but he didn't used to fear death. Like I said, he was totally ready for it. God damn it. But, yeah, oh my god, stop it. But yeah, that was the whole thing, was he finally, Jesus fucking we're just gonna put you down here now. But anyway, he finally, in one moment, seeing me being happy and realizing that I was really, you know, another version of him, he had this little glimmer of hope, something that he never experienced, and suddenly feared death and feared missing out on this new chance at a life and a happy life. He wanted to know what that felt like, so he took my hand and we struck the deal. His first deal was with me. For anyone who knows, you know, the story, basics of Xander is he does deals. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you, Ashton. $2.99. I appreciate you. Thank you. You really don't have to donate to me, though. It's okay. But anyway, back to where I was. Thank you. I do appreciate that, though. He was pulled through to my world, and that was where it started with his first deal. For those of you who know anything about Xander, you know that he works as kind of like a fucked up genie, in a sense, where he, in exchange for whatever portion of a person's soul, he'll grant them a certain number of wishes. So yeah. Taking the stuffed animals up there. Oh yeah, all my stuffed animals are up there. But yeah, that was his first deal, was with me. I gave him, oh, thank you, stop it. You don't need to donate. I appreciate you, Waffle Queen. Thank you. Stop it, I'm storytelling. Hi, oh, good night. But yeah, I was the first deal. And after that, he harbored all this guilt about dragging me into the situation with him. So that started the whole thing of him making deals with people for soul shards because we each had half of one soul then. So it means that he and I were sharing essentially the same body for a while. And when I was asleep, he would come out and go and collect soul shards, and once he collected enough soul shards to complete a whole soul, we could each have half of that one, and then we would each have whole souls again and could exist in our own separate bodies. So, but initially he just felt so guilty over dragging me into it, because he's an idiot, that he initially was only going to find enough pieces to fix mine, and then he was going to, again, give away the half of my soul that I had given him and just disappear like he had initially planned. That didn't end up happening because he met Amor and Frostbite and Elena and Dia, and they convinced him to stick around and gather enough soul shards to complete his own soul. So, yeah, that's really kind of his story right now. I really don't think he has any weaknesses. Like, yes, he would be devastated and everything if he lost the demon squad, but I really don't know if I would call that a weakness for him. So yeah, he has no weaknesses. There is no banishing him to hell because he has not died yet. So he can't just be banished to hell. He's a human being with a completed soul now with demonic powers. He's technically stronger than any demon right now. He is stronger than basically any being that really exists. Because he is like I said, he's a human with all of the demonic powers and qualities of a demon, but he's alive. Like, he has a full soul. He can function in the human world without having to take over a host or anything like that. So, yeah. he's incredible. That makes him incredibly strong, because most actual demons who, like, have died and gone to hell and are trying to come to the surface to wreak havoc on humans, they have to either, like, you know, find someone who's dying and, you know, take them over, or they can only exist on the surface world for a certain amount of time, because it drains them, weakens them, all of that stuff. He's not immortal. That's a good question, though. He is not immortal. He will live significantly longer than the average human. He will live to probably be, like, maybe 200 years old. 200, maybe 300. Something like that. Maybe less, maybe more. But all I know for sure is that it will be longer than the average human. Whether that's, you know, 150, 200, 250, 300. It wouldn't be any more than, like, 300 years old. But he will live substantially longer than the average human, but he is not immortal. He can still technically die and go to hell, and it would be, well, I don't want to give spoilers because I do have plans for that and some drama there. But will he age? I mean, his appearance. Probably not. I mean, he probably would, like, if he did nothing to alter his appearance, but part of the demonic powers is, like, not shape-shifting, but, like, altering his appearance, or, you know how demons in movies and stuff will take on, like, the physical shape of, like, a little girl or something like that. And usually they can only hold that shape for so long because, again, they're demons and they have to get sucked back to hell and regain their energy and come back and try again. With Xander, because he's always on the surface, because he's still alive, he can, you know, keep his appearance as young as he wants for however long. Think like Alucard, if you've ever watched Hellsing. Yeah. And basically like that. So if he did nothing to alter his appearance, he would probably start aging, but since he gained the demonic powers, he won't start, like, visually aging until, you know, he's like 100 or so. Like, he will, right now, his actual age, he is 21. He's 21 or 22 now. Actually, now he would be 22 because he's 2 years older than me. So, and I just turned 20. So, yeah, he is 22. And so until he reaches, like, 70. When he's 70, he would, without altering his appearance, he would look like he was 40 something, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's basically his story up till now. And we are separate bodies now, clearly. He gained enough soul shards, got his own body. I have mine back fully, and that's basically the story of Xander up until now. Stop it! You don't need to donate. Stop that. Thank you, but you don't need to do that. I appreciate you, but stop it. Stop it. Anyway. I did intend on cutting this off at an hour, but went a little over because I started talking about Xander, and, like, I love Xander, so. Thank you for that. I do appreciate you donating and stuff, but You don't need to do that. You don't have to. It's okay. Where's my chin so shiny? What the hell? But yeah, that's a plot point that will come up much later on. Xander and Death and how that would go for him. And that's the thing, that's the one reason mainly the reason I've made it where he fears death is because now he has this happy life with people who actually give a shit about him. And he doesn't want to lose this. So there's only so much I can say without it being spoiler related, but I wouldn't call death a weakness, because anyone can die at any time. Like, that's not unless you consider death a weakness for every living thing, unless you consider death in and of itself a weakness, in which case that applies to everyone alive, and therefore I wouldn't qualify that as a significant weakness because that applies to anybody. If y'all really, really want me to clarify a weakness for him, it would be just the idea of losing the family that he has now. But even then, considering what he's been through, whatever that means to you, it makes me wonder how much that would really affect him. Just a thought. But yeah, you're rocking the neon hair. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love this green. But I do think I'm probably gonna head for bed shortly here. I might do a little bit of editing or something for my main channel. It is a lot easier, that's the other thing, it's a lot easier to edit content for my main channel than it is for my ASMR channel, but I didn't want to go a whole nother month without uploading. That wasn't the intention, it was just a lot went down all at once, so I do apologize for the long break in videos. Again, it wasn't on purpose, just kind of how things worked out. It's just kind of a matter of finding the time and the energy and the drive, which I've been lacking a lot, to actually get into a cosplay. I don't know, I'm not feeling it right now. I know that I still love cosplay, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna cosplay again, like, that's ridiculous, but I just, right now, in, the state of things and in the mindset I'm in, I'm just like, I don't feel like getting up and putting on a ton of makeup and acting, and I don't want to do it and be fake either, I don't want it to be forced, because that's not good content either. If y'all really like these live streams, I can probably bring myself to do more of these. Like, if I'm not up to filming an actual video, I can probably just do a little live and talk to you, and because that's the thing, I like the interaction. I do like the interaction with my community. That's kind of the whole idea. That's why I look for comments. I check, like, every day for comments. So, yeah. Is this going to stay up? Yeah, I'm gonna upload this live stream. This is gonna stay up. I plan on keeping all of my lives up. But thank you, you're all very sweet. We'll be here when you're ready. Take your time. Thank you. I really appreciate that. If they're true fans, then they will accept it. That's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do. I love you all too. I appreciate you very much. Yeah. If y'all want more live streams, I could probably do that, because I do like to just be here and talk to you all and just check in every now and then. But yeah. And I know that I'm being too hard on myself and all that jazz, but I do every so often I get comments and stuff. They're like, when are we gonna see so-and-so again? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. So that does add a bit of pressure, but yeah. I'm getting tired, can you see that? Yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of editing to make me real sleepy and then hit the hay. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I enjoyed talking to all of you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being a great community. Stop it! Stop donating! I appreciate you, but stop it! And good night to you too, Ashton. Good night. I genuinely appreciate you all so much, and I really hope you know that. And I know that that's really easy to say talking to a phone, but I do appreciate you all, and I appreciate that you're here, and here for me, and hopefully here for each other, because that was the whole idea, is you're supposed to make friends. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm putting this off. I do need to get to sleep. You all need to get to sleep too. Go to bed, or I'll smack you. No, I won't, but shut up.